Hey guys, it's Robo here. Back at it again with the software nobody asked for is Spogit. Spogit allows for the contribution of Spotify playlists over Git, and yes, it's as stupid as it sounds. It's also optimized for viewing online in your Git host, so people can check out your playlists in a more familiar environment. So without further ado, let's get this running. So to use Spogit, all you pretty much need is Git and a browser. So we can just head to the Spogit page right here, and the browser I'm going to be using is Chrome, so we need to download the Chrome driver for this, so we can actually talk to the browser and then get the API key that's needed. So we're going to be downloading 81 because that's just the browser that I have, and for Windows right there. And then we also just need to download Spogit, so we can just go to the releases right here and download it for your operating system. It's just a standalone binary. And if Chrome actually finishes downloading this. There we go. So once we're finished with that, we can just extract Chrome driver right here and copy this. And in our user directory, we're going to be making a new folder named Spogit and just pasting that in there. And so for the first time we run Spogit, it needs to be in administrator mode. And that's because it installs some Git hooks. So then once we clone a repo, it'll automatically tell the application. And that's usually in your programs directory, well, your program files directory, so you just need elevated permissions for that. Just going to be running git bash here. Ooh. There we go. And we can just run this without any arguments. As you can see, it's just pulling up a browser right here, and it's already creating the Git hooks right there, and then you can just log in with Spotify. And it does save the cookies, so you only really need to do this once unless they expire. And as you can see, it logs in right here. It has not found any existing playlists or anything. And through here, I'll just open up my actual Spotify right here. You can see I have a couple playlists right here, and then just a folder, and then with some more in here. And for the commands, we can just type in help, and those are the ones that are available to us. And say we want to see all of these and their IDs, because that can be a bit tricky with default Spotify. You can just do list, and then you can see the actual playlist. P is for playlist, and then S is for start group, and E is for end group. And say we want to add all of these into a repository. So we can just do add a remote, and let's just call this music. And then we just put in the IDs that we want. So I can paste that in. And you can only do top level directories, well, top level folders and playlists currently. And that's just because it greatly simplifies the way it recognizes when you like move stuff into other things. And it might be added in a future update, but who really knows at this point? So as you can see, it's adding it right here, and it's already writing to the cache files. So if we go to our Spogit directory here, you can see that the same music folder was created right here that we set. It looks like it's still pulling in some info for here. And as you can see, everything is in markdown files. And it's just going to take a second for that because it's just storing all of the album data. So it doesn't have to make the multiple requests for that. It looks like it's almost finished with that. So we can just open up another terminal right here. I'll just go to our Spogit and cd into music. And right here, I already have a empty repo right here that we're just going to be pushing it into. So I'll just copy the remote origin right here. So then we can just create it like a normal Git repo. And just make a commit there. And we just added the origin, and we should be able to push it just to master. And if we reload this, you can see, I'll just put this side by side with Spotify right here. So you can see the top level folder. It has the same cover image and everything. And if you scroll down, it's the actual, like the songs and everything. And then there's the same album art that's correlated with the album right here. And if you click on them, they'll actually take you to, like say you want to go to that album, just click open Spotify. And Spotify usually does it. It kind of freaks out if you already have it open, but it usually takes you to it. That's not really on my end, that's just Spotify. So, and then as you go back, if you have like nested folders and everything, like say with this wrap thing right here, you can see the 3 folders that are inside it. So you can actually browse it pretty easily. So you have your main stuff on GitHub and everything, and that's great, but what if you want to use someone else's? So, luckily for us, I have a playlist already here that has a decent amount of playlists and folders in here. So we can just exit out of that. And I'm going to bring up both terminals so you can see it being updated live. So all we have to do is just git clone this. And you can see it's updating Spogit right here. And it's creating everything right here. So then it's in fact creating it from the directory that we're cloning it into. And it looks like we're all finished with that. So if we bring this to the side, you can see that there's a couple playlists, Ghost on English, Alt Rock, whatever. And it is the same. It's not completely ordered always. That'll probably fix it in the future. But say we go to the Ghost playlist on both of these. Like before, it's the same as that. And if you modify this playlist, it'll actually change it in the local directory. And then you can just commit it like a normal repo. So it does provide a much more familiar environment for everyone. And you don't have to use the shitty default collaborative playlist shit that Spotify gives you. And that's pretty much it. There'll probably be more updates in the future, as always. Or it'll just be a dead project. I don't really know at this point. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.